First came the Magic Kingdom, then the incredible Epcot Center. Now comes the new Disney MGM Studios theme park.
This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Here now is the news for May 6th, 2024. Real quick, actually, before we get to the news, I just want to say a thank you to everyone who streamed Stage 89 over the weekend. I know for us here at WDWNT, it was the most incredible event to have that many people who are involved in the creation of the Disney MGM Studios and Disney's Hollywood Studios. Was a once-in-a-lifetime happening and very, very special. So thank you. If you missed it, as the commercial says, you can still be a part. We are streaming for 30 more days. And then it's going to go into the vault. And we have held on, if you know us, the last several events, we've kept those locked up pretty tightly. We want these things to be special. So this is the last chance you have for 30 days to watch this, and then it's going to go away. So make sure that you take advantage of that. Tying into that, they didn't quite arrive in time, but we are taking pre-orders. Carousel Products does have a special item related to Stage 89. In fact, the inside tag will reflect that. We have made our first of the new generation of button-up or button-down, whatever you want to call them, shirts. This one celebrating the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror's 30th anniversary. This is a very special product. It represents all of them around the world, including even the Tokyo one. Shriki Otundu makes a little appearance on this tower-inspired shirt. And you can pick this up now at www.nt.shop. And you could pre-order. They're supposedly going to be here any day now. So this isn't going to be as long as it's taken for Gertie. Gertie is arriving any day, and we are going to ship those out for those of you that pre-ordered the Gertie plush. People who came to Stage 89 actually got them already. Their batch was here, and so we got those to them. But these will be relatively quick. But while we're celebrating Stage 89 and the celebration of the studio's anniversary and Tower's 30th anniversary, we wanted to get this out to you. We're very excited about it. It is that light material. It's really great. And I will tell you, so you know, buy a size up. These do run a little tight. I know I'm usually one size. I go one size up on these, and I think that tip has worked for a lot of folks. So keep that in mind if you want a little room in this shirt. But we're very proud of it. The art is brilliant. Artist Holly Ballard, you've probably seen her stuff on Twitter over the years. She's been a part of the community for a long time and does the most fantastic art. We're so proud of what she's done here, and I think this is a great shirt. I'm not wearing it today because I wore it twice over the last 5 days. I wore it on, they don't make Hollywood Studios button-ups. They don't exist. Nothing in that park gets one. And so so I had the one, I wore it on May 1st, and I wore it, of course we had the Tower of Terror panel, which that was insane. It was, you gotta see this thing. That was on, so I wore it on the 1st and I wore it on the 5th. And I wore my Sci-Fi Dine-In shirt, where you guys remember we made that one a couple of years back. I wore that also, I think I wore that on May, I wore that on May 2nd and May 4th. I had to do a lot of laundry this week. And May 3rd of all days, I had to wear a Runaway Railway button-down. Eric Jacobson, who worked on The Great Movie Ride of all things, I didn't think about it. I picked him up from the airport in that shirt, and he's like, "You picked me up a Runaway Railway shirt?" And I was like, "Eric, I promise you, I'm a Great Movie Ride guy." But anyway, nonetheless, pick up your shirt now. Here's a QR code as well for easier access. We appreciate it. Of course, it goes on to support everything we do here at WDWNT. But let's get on to the news as we try to recover from my post-event depression of having like the best 3 days of my life. But we'll try to cure that with a lot of Halloween news. Dates have been announced for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2024 at the Magic Kingdom. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party will begin on August 9th and run on select nights through October 31st. For the sake of time, I won't read those dates, but let you know they are available at WDWNT.com. Tickets will go on sale for guests of select Walt Disney World Resort hotels on Wednesday, May 8th. They'll go on sale to all guests on May 15th. And do note that ticket pricing has increased from last year. Again, all that info on our website. Disney has announced 5 new or changing offerings for this year's party as well. You're going to see some concept art here. Mickey and Minnie will have new Halloween costumes this year. The outfits are purple and green with spiderweb designs. Mickey's is a tuxedo with a top hat, while Minnie is channeling a witch. There will be more Disney villain sightings at this year's event as well. Quote, from the moment Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party begins and throughout Magic Kingdom, you'll be able to spot your favorite sinister villains and ghoulish foes. Who even knows, you might even get to take a selfie with them. Rocket Tower Plaza Stage in Tomorrowland will host the new DescenDANCE party inspired by DescenDANCE, The Rise of the Red. The new film will premiere on Disney Plus on July 12th. Bruno Madrigal will meet and greet at Walt Disney World for the first time ever, joining his niece Mirabelle at their casita in Fairy Tale Garden. Bruno joined the Adventure Friends Cavalcade last fall. Beginning in 2022, he had a meet and greet during Oogie Boogie Bash at DCA, but again, first time at Disney World. Also, the Boo to You Halloween Parade will have an earlier start time to accommodate young guests who need to leave early for bedtime. And also, old guests like us. Returning offerings include Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks, the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular stage show, trick-or-treating throughout the park, and Halloween overlays at Laugh Floor, Space Mountain, and Mad Tea Party. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but at one point Disney said Tiana's Bayou Adventure would be open for the party. Then they quietly just removed it. So they didn't say it won't be, but they removed it and are remaining quiet at the moment as no opening date has been announced still as of yet. Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular Dessert Party with fireworks viewing from Plaza Garden or Tomorrowland Terrace will also be available. Reservations will open for that experience on June 7th. Disney World also gave a sneak peek of some of the merchandise for Halloween this year, as well as what will be exclusive to the Not So Scary Halloween Party. General Halloween items include the Mickey Mouse Halloween Pumpkin Patch Button-Up and the tie-dye Mickey Mouse Vampire Tee. Both of these items are branded with Walt Disney World, but Disneyland versions will be available as well. The Skeleton Mickey sweatshirt previewed for Disneyland will also be available in a Walt Disney World version. The Halloween party merchandise will include a spirit jersey, a Minnie ear headband, an ornament, and a mug. These items will be available exclusively to party guests on event nights. Disney also announced the dates for Oogie Boogie Bash, the separately ticketed Halloween event for California Adventure. Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween party, will have more nights than ever this year. It'll begin on August 25th and run through October 31st. The ticket prices will vary from $134 to $189, depending on the night. During this separately ticketed after-hours event, guests can wear Halloween costumes, check out treat trails, see rare characters, and enjoy special entertainment. Admission to the event does include entrance to California Adventure 3 hours before the party begins and unlimited Disney PhotoPass digital downloads from the party. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is, their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Disneyland Resort has previewed their merchandise collections for Halloween time and Oogie Boogie Bash. Merchandise available exclusively to the Oogie Boogie Bash attendees include a t-shirt featuring the villain of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Magic Key holders can purchase a special long-sleeve tie-dye tee. General Halloween merchandise includes that skeleton Mickey Mouse pullover crew, a Haunted Mansion holiday pullover crew featuring the Nightmare Before Christmas version of the mansion, complete with Jack Skellington as Sandy Claus, will be available as well. Disney posted a sneak peek of Halloween merchandise for both resorts and DisneyStore.com, including a new Minnie Mouse pumpkin, Haunted Mansion apparel, and more. Returning to DisneyStore.com this Halloween season are the viral Mickey Mouse pumpkins. The new addition this year is a pumpkin inspired by Minnie, complete with the purple bow. These pumpkins are available in various sizes, and guests should keep their eyes peeled for even more Halloween Mickey Mouse pumpkin surprises coming this season. The Haunted Mansion collection includes a button-up shirt, classic tee, button dress, and half zip. It'll be available at the Disney Parks and DisneyStore.com this season. The collection also includes a backpack and a belt bag with soft velour accents against a green background. This plush of Mickey Mouse dressed as a skeleton will be available at Disney Parks and DisneyStore.com as well. And new Halloween Pandora charms include this piece featuring Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. More Disney Halloween charms will be inspired by Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and these will be at the Disney Parks and on the Pandora Jewelry website. Disney Cruise Line gave a first look at new Halloween on the High Seas costumes for Mickey, Minnie, and Donald for this year. Mickey and Minnie's outfits are dapper orange and purple looks. Minnie wears a bag-inspired bow, Mickey has a top hat, and Donald has put together a gentleman spider costume, including spider legs attached to his arms. Halloween on the High Seas entertainment includes Mickey's Mouse-Carade, a special party with Mickey and friends dressed in their costumes. Guests are also invited to dress up for themed meet and greets. Fall sailings also include themed drinks, treats, and trick-or-treating. As part of Halfway to Halloween, Disney Cruise Line revealed more details about the Haunted Mansion Parlor bar on the Disney Treasure. Disney Imagineer Raleigh Crump proposed a creative concept for a Museum of the Weird exhibit. The separate exhibit wasn't realized, but some of Raleigh's ideas were incorporated into the Haunted Mansion, while some remained in the vault. One such concept was a mysterious aquarium filled with ghost fish. More than 50 years later, Raleigh's aquarium with ghost fish sketch was referenced by today's Imagineers to create a version of the aquarium for the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Blending nostalgia with a fresh layer of lore, the aquarium will fold into the curious backstory of the parlor's former sea captain owner. Legends passed down from the captain's devoted crew recount how he was last seen heading to his parlor for a special meal prepared by his betrothed. All that remained after the captain and his bride seemingly vanished was his hat, which was found floating in the aquarium tank. Perhaps his disappearance grants a new meaning to fish food. As previously announced, the Haunted Mansion Parlor will also include a Museum of the Weird-inspired Raleigh Crump bust. And just like the ride, the Haunted Mansion Parlor will feature a portrait gallery of the wandering souls that have taken up residence aboard the Disney Treasure. These new pieces mimic the art stylings used by Imagineers for the original Haunted Mansion in 1969. The gallery will also incorporate present-day technologies to allow the ghostly residents to entertain guests in new ways. The concept for the Mariner was created by famed Disney Imagineer Mark Davis. The portrait first occupied the halls of the original Haunted Mansion attraction and later made its way to the Walt Disney World and Tokyo Disney versions. The Mariner's story will be taking the new depths when he takes his place in the Haunted Mansion Parlor on the Disney Treasure and continues to uphold Mark Davis's impactful legacy. A distinguished portrait of the good-humored sea captain will also grace the walls of the Haunted Mansion Parlor. His lifelong dream of serving on a luxury ocean liner was cut short after his untimely demise, but his merry soul has lingered on in his private parlor. The likeness of the captain's enigmatic bride-to-be will take cues from Mark Davis's iconic cat lady concept, which was also featured in the original attraction. Inside the parlor, her portrait will flicker to reveal her true form and perhaps her true intentions. Tales of the doomed couple's first encounter all began when the captain received a dramatic distress transmission from another vessel. He wasted no time in altering his course to aid in the rescue, but as he neared the source of the call, he found only a mangled wreckage and a lone survivor, a woman floating amongst the debris. With bright green eyes, chestnut hair, and a golden key hanging around her neck, it's no wonder that the captain was immediately taken by her beauty. The pair became inseparable and were soon engaged to be wed. The ghosts of the portrait gallery also inspire a new Disney Cruise Line exclusive commemorative mug collection. These ceramic mugs look like carved wooden planks of the ghost ship. The first two in the series will be inspired by the Mariner and the Captain's Bride. Cannot wait for the maiden voyage of the Disney Treasure coming up right around Christmas this year. Stay tuned. The new Smellephants on Parade interactive experience has made its debut in Storybook Circus at the Magic Kingdom. Smellephants is a search and sniff activity in the circus where guests can become a whiff assistant to Timothy Q. Mouse to find all 8 Smellephant statues hidden in the circus. Sponsored by Scentsy, each of the pink elephants on parade inspired elephants has a scent diffuser that emits a scent tied to its theme. Guests can begin the Smellephant hunt at the ticket booth in front of Big Top Souvenirs, where cast members will provide them with an illustrated map of the circus and a sticker sheet. The activity will run daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. A sign at the entrance to Storybook Circus advertises the new activity with a casting call from Timothy. The sign can be found throughout the land as well. New theming has been added near the Storybook Circus station of the Walt Disney World Railroad as well. Also found in the land is a new poster design promoting Smellephants on Parade and the lineup of fragrances. And then here's a look at the front of the map and sticker sheet. A little spoiler warning for some of you. Don't look too much if you want to do this. And as well, an attraction poster for Smellephants on Parade is in the entrance tunnel of the Magic Kingdom. It got its own attraction poster. That's Pretty wild. But it's open now if you want to go smell things. No one else to say. 6 months after we reported extensive filth buildup on the exterior of TRON Lightcycle Run at the Magic Kingdom, the attraction has finally been cleaned. Our dark brown, almost black substance previously covered sections of the ride's canopy supports. Thankfully, there are no more signs of this buildup. The attraction was washed, possibly power washed, overnight. There are still standard signs of wear and rust from Florida weather, but the exterior of TRON is now looking much better. TRON opened, of course, in April of 2023. It's a copy of the Shanghai Disneyland ride TRON Lightcycle Power Run. Signs for a Tinkerbell meet and greet have been removed from the Town Square Theater at Magic Kingdom years after the character stopped meeting guests. The outdoor sign advertising for a Tinkerbell meet and greet has been replaced with a second sign for Mickey Mouse. Guests used to have the option to choose either to meet Tinkerbell or Mickey inside the Town Square Theater, but Tink has not appeared since the closure of the Magic Kingdom due to COVID back in March of 2020. When regular meet and greets returned in April of 2022, only Mickey appeared in Town Square Theater. The removal of Tinkerbell signage indicates she will not be meeting there for the foreseeable future. A cast member indicated us that the change is to make way for Jack and Sally meeting at the parties, but obviously that's not a permanent addition, so no permanent plans for the space anytime soon. And all traces of Tinkerbell have also been removed from inside the theater, with Mickey's poster being duplicated to take Tinkerbell's vacant spot. As part of Walt Disney World's new fleet of buses, the bus featuring an orange bird wrap has made its way to the resort. The design features a large orange bird head at the center of the vehicle. The bus has a horizontal stripe design in the colors of the orange bird, orange, white, yellow, and green. Because the bus was heading to the boardwalk, the front screen read, "Welcome to the showplace of the boardwalk," or showplace of the shore, excuse me. The stripe design continues on the front, sans the white strip, and the design also wraps around the back. Disney Transport is printed over the yellow stripe in white. The same design can be seen on the opposite side of the bus. Horseback riding at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground will be unavailable most days starting July 13th until further notice. The closure is due to construction in the area. The Walt Disney World website notes that horseback riding will not be available Monday through Friday at all during this time, but may be available on select Saturdays and Sundays. To find out, guests are advised to check the My Disney Experience app on Friday to see availability for the following Saturday and Sunday. No end date for the occasional operation schedule has been given, and a specific construction project wasn't noted, so it's unclear when the offering will return. Of course, Tri-Circle D Ranch was fully updated in 2020, and a refurbishment has not been announced, but this could all just be related to work ongoing in the area as they are updating a number of things at the resort. Did you know there's a way you can save big at Disney Deluxe Resort Hotels? Well, today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way for you to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract, but instead they'll allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It really is the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost. And now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you will always have the best price on the market. The rooms are discounted up to 75%, and they have the largest member inventory for points, so lots to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is not something all companies offer. And if you do choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the United States, and one we've used many times. If you've ever watched a DVC room tour on this channel, it's likely from them, and it's likely even from before they were a sponsor. So head to the description below to check them out. Sources indicate that the attic and hitchhiking ghost scenes of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland will be updated during the ride's extended closure. The Haunted Mansion closed in January to get a new grounds expansion and retail shop. The ride's original queue has been completely demolished, and while construction outside is clear, there is suspicion that Disney is updating the attraction's interior as well. Sources say that the Haunted Mansion will get a new bride and a new scene around her. The murderous Constance Hatchaway will reportedly have a window behind her made of projections, but again, rumor is that the current Constance will be no more. The hitchhiking ghosts, meanwhile, will reportedly become projections for the mirror effect at the end of the ride, where a ghost follows you home. These rumors are not confirmed, and Disney's plans could always change, but the Haunted Mansion is scheduled to reopen later this year, potentially as Haunted Mansion Holiday, before standard Haunted Mansion returns in 2025. The new grounds will expand on the mansion's story, including a local legend that the mansion was built by a sea captain, and the gardens will be inspired by Master Gracie, Madame Leota, and the One-Eyed Cat. Leota's gardens will have elements related to her various incarnations. There'll be a water fountain, gazebo, statuary, and a greenhouse. The new retail shop in a carriage house belongs to Madame Leota. New Orleans Square will also get general enhancements. The pet cemetery and horse-drawn funeral hearse will both remain. Of course, you know, at Walt Disney World, we've had a projection-based Hitchhiking Go scene for over a decade now. It worked great in the beginning. It's been real misaligned and just not great for the last couple of years. So I hope they've improved upon this. It does make me really sad that the original effect is now not going to exist, but guess what I'm going to say? Guess where it still is? Tokyo Disneyland. Yeah, that's right. Tokyo Disneyland keeps all the old cool stuff intact. So if you want to see it, it'll still be there. And of course, this bride scene is not original. The bride was updated. I think at Disneyland that was 2006, I want to say, 2005. Maybe it was for the 50th. It might have been 05. But yeah, they got the Constance Hatchaway scene. But I have said for the last couple of years, I'm like, you know, that projection technology aged real quick. It doesn't look great anymore, and so it's probably time for something new there. And, you know, great minds think alike, right? Consider calling myself a great mind. But Imagineers clearly saw what I saw, and we're all on the same page, and a new scene perhaps coming to the mansion. We'll keep you in the loop as we know more. This makes me very happy. A new Big Al statue with dialogue triggered by MagicBand Plus has been installed near Grizzly River Run at Disney California Adventure. Big Al is, of course, a bear from the Country Bear Jamboree, which existed at Disneyland Park from 1972 to 2001. The statue is located at the Disney Vacation Club Grizzly Peak Recreation Area kiosk. Big Al is a large bear wearing a brown hat and a red vest. He carries a comically small guitar labeled with his name in a horseshoe. The statue is static, but when you wave at Big Al with a MagicBand Plus, you'll hear one of a few different snippets of dialogue. We heard Big Al strum his guitar and say, "Howdy, yep, it's me, Big Al." He also sang, "There was a bear named Big Al, that would be me." Big Al talks to guests about vacation, reminding them to take lots of pictures. He says, "My friends love going on vacation. I'm more of a cave bear myself." That's a reference to the Country Bear Vacation hoedown, I think. And he also says, "Thanks for taking a pause," get it, "in your day to see me, Big Al." You know, the Country Bears are gone from California, which was a big part of why we fought to convince Disney to keep the Country Bears in Florida, and we're glad they did. There's a part of me that really is praying this new Country Bear show is a smash hit, because I would love for Disneyland Resort to look at that and go, that would be a really great nostalgic thing to bring in, like to build this. I would love for this to be the beginning of a resurgence for the Bears. So knock on wood. And maybe it'll happen. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's wonderful that a little bit of Country Bears has been added to Disneyland Resort. That makes me very, very happy. Speaking of Disneyland Resort, I want to plug some reviews real quick. If you haven't watched it yet, I ate and drank every single thing at Pixar Fest in California Adventure. There's a video here on the channel you can watch. It was the first time in 16 years of food reviews that I needed Tums halfway through. So if you want to watch me be in pain, go check that out. Allie and our Disneyland team also did some other reviews. They may not be out yet, but I know the May the 4th stuff, which is staying for a couple weeks, a couple months actually, there's a video review and some others. So stay tuned for those. Please give them a watch. We appreciate it. At a media event on May 2nd, 2024, Disney shared new information about Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. The newly released map gives a clear idea of where on the island guests will enter and where each of the different offerings is located. We won't dive into this here. Please go to our website to look at it. You can stare at it as long as you want. There will be many differences between Lookout Key and Disney Cruise Line's original private island, Castaway Key. The two locations are meant to complement each other, with Castaway Key being this fictional backstory and Lookout Key focusing more on the real place that is Lighthouse Point. However, it's not all new, as those familiar with visiting Castaway Key will find that Lookout Key's Serenity Bay, family spaces, and dining pavilions will operate similarly. Some Disney Cruise Line sailings will stop at both, in fact. Lookout Key will open on June 6th. A major focus of Lookout Key will be Junkanoo, an annual Bahamian festival with vibrant colors, joyous music, and parades. The Goombay Cultural Center, named after a traditional Bahamian style of music, will have a Junkanoo workshop where guests can learn about the festival and make crafts, such as a headpiece that they can wear to a Junkanoo celebration. A 20-member Junkanoo group will parade around parts of the island in a parade known as Rush Out in the Junkanoo tradition. And when the Junkanoo Rush Out makes its way to the Goombay Cultural Center, they will be joined by Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy for a dance-along. You can see this in the concept art you're looking at now. In addition, original characters will be scattered around the island to add to the celebration. Junkanoo also plays a large part in the merchandise collection, which we'll talk about in a few moments. More details were shared about the previously released Mickey and Friends character costumes designed by acclaimed Bahamian fashion designer Theodore Elet. This marks the first time in history that a celebrity designer has designed all 8 of the characters' costumes. Each of the characters will have straw integrated into their look, as it is a major industry in the Bahamas. And tying further into the culture, Mickey's shorts feature a Junkanoo conch print, and Pluto's items reflect all the other characters' costumes and motifs. As far as activities, the Play Pavilion will feature the Disney Fun in the Sun Beach Bash with music by Bahamian artist Victor Johnson. Guests will be treated to versions of songs like Eye to Eye and the Rescue Rangers theme done with Bahamian beats. There will also be games including Goofy's Good Day Limbo, Pluto's Pineapple Ring Toss, and Chippendale's Water Brigade. The focus of the island is natural beauty and Bahamian art, and it begins when guests arrive crossing a bridge over coral reefs. It can also be seen in Lookout Key's huge structural roofs inspired by shells on larger buildings and smaller buildings in the colors, textures, and patterns of Junkanoo. Inside each building, guests can find murals and art pieces done by local artists. This art will continue on the private cabanas and on the beach. Enjoying and preserving the natural environment of Lookout Key is also a key factor of the island, with only 16% of the property being used and plenty of conservation efforts being implemented. This includes the tracking of crabs to facilitate healthy cohabitation. The nature trail on the island passes cliffs and birds of the Bahamas, and kids can learn about animals of the Bahamas with Play in Nature at Sebastian's Cove, a collaboration between National Geographic, Kids, and Disney. The family water play area will be called Rush Out, Gush Out, a nod to Junkanoo again. One activity that will be available to teens and tweens is making 5 different sand creature creations. These guests can take photos with them before restoring the beach to its natural state. The team at Lookout Key partnered with the Walt Disney World team that makes the park sand sculptures to bring this activity to life. And additionally, guests will be able to participate in the Seek and Find Hunt to locate 80 different items on the island. The activities don't end with Lookout Key. Guests are encouraged to leave the private portion of the island and see the rest of the non-private landscape. Offered excursions will take guests out to the local communities where Disney is working with emerging businesses. Despite being called Lighthouse Point, it is worth noting there is no actual lighthouse on the island. Instead, there is a light station that guests will be able to view through some excursion that Disney hasn't announced just yet. Disney Cruise Line also shared a closer look at the merchandise that will be available. The collection will include a variety of items themed to the island destination, from apparel to accessories and even Disney trading pins. The collection is mostly inspired by Junkanoo. Take a shot every time I say the word Junkanoo at home. Then you won't finish the show, I promise you. This shirt features a design inspired by Mickey Mouse with bright shades of red and yellow and referencing his classic shorts look. This adult t-shirt is inspired by Goofy and features colorful accents alongside an illustration of his green hat. And this previously revealed Spirit jersey is also part of the collection. There will also be a Junkanoo-inspired pin set featuring pins inspired by Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Pluto, and Goofy. The character-inspired shirts feature a small chest graphic on the front, in addition to the larger illustration on the back and the Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point wordmark. This ear headband was previously revealed and includes the Mickey Mouse-inspired Junkanoo design. Pluto even gets his own shirt, decked out in bright yellow and green tones. Donald Duck's t-shirt design includes artistic takes on his blue hat, red bow tie, feathers, and orange webbed feet. The Junkanoo collection also includes a Mickey Mouse-inspired Loungefly mini backpack that matches the ear headband and the Spirit jersey. There are 2 additional mannequins dressed up in island attire that will be available for purchase. This cabana set is made of blue and white striped seersucker material with what appears to be embroidered repeating pattern of suns and the Disney Cruise Line icons. This sundress is bright blue with colorful flower and sun designs. The petals of the flower have integrated the Disney Cruise Line icons as well, and the dress appears to tie at the shoulders. There will also be an ear headband, which was previously revealed. The ears have the same pattern as the sundress with a straw bow and a gold-toned Disney Cruise Line medallion at the center. The headband itself is also wrapped in straw. We also got another look at the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse plush, which are wearing their new costumes for the island. These costumes were created by Bahamian fashion designer Theodore Elet and mark the first time in history, again, we said this already, but it's the first time in history any designer's done all the characters at once. It's worth noting those 2 outfits we showed you before the plush were designed by Theodore as well. So he's been very involved in many things in the project. Disney then released a full food guide to Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. Like Castaway Cay, they will serve Disney Cruise Line guests a barbecue lunch. The 3 dining venues featuring the same items are True True Barbecue, True True 2 Barbecue, and the adults-exclusive Serenity Bay Barbecue. Bahamian pigeon peas and rice with marinated chicken, oven-baked plantains, and fried okra. There's a grilled cheeseburger on a brioche bun with shredded lettuce, red onion, tomatoes, and pickles with French fries with American coleslaw. There's also the Disney Lookout Key spiced rotisserie chicken marinated with bay leaves, onion, sweet pepper, lime, thyme, and goat pepper with grilled pineapple and black bean salad. The plant-based island curry with tofu, cilantro, and potatoes will serve vegan guests and more. Bahamian-style lime marinated grilled snapper with sautéed pickled vegetables, yuca fries, and yuca fries as well. There's grilled barbecue ribs with smoky barbecue sauce, grilled corn, and yuca fries too. A variety of ice-cold beverages will be served at Mangroves and Go, the Blue Hole Bar, Bow and Ribbon Bar, Watering Hole, Reef and Wreck Bar, and Sensational Smoothies. These spots will feature Bahamian-inspired drinks along with classic cocktails, beers, and non-alcoholic beverages. Select drinks will include locally sourced products. Some of those items include Bahama Brew. It's a cold brew coffee blended with Hawaiian Island syrup, cold brew, finished with a coconut-flavored soft whip. It's non-alcoholic, by the way. The Butterfly Switcha is specialty mocktail made with lemonade, butterfly pea jasmine green tea, and a sprinkle of blue edible glitter, also non-alcoholic. The Disney Lookout Key signature cocktail is the Eleuthera Euphoria, made with premium aged rum, pineapple smoothie, and Dole Whip. A Souvenir Disney Lookout Key coffee cup will also be available. They actually gave it to us at the media event, so now I don't need one. But I'll probably get one again anyway when I get the coffee. That's life. The Pixar movie Up is the latest announced addition to Le Pays de Contes. It's the Disneyland Paris version of the Storybook Land Canal boats. I think it's Le Pays. I think I pronounced it wrong, but you get the idea. 2024 marks the 30th anniversary of Le Pays de Contes, and in celebration, the attraction is undergoing a refurbishment that includes the addition of 3 new scenes. Last year, Disneyland Paris announced the addition of Frozen and Winnie the Pooh, and for obvious reasons we'll talk about in a moment, they held this one back. Now Up has been confirmed as the 3rd scene and the finale of the attraction, replacing Return to Oz. The boat ride will take guests past Carl and Russell as they land Carl's house near Paradise Falls. Kevin can be seen hiding in the area nearby. Keith Rector, the art director of Walt Disney Imagineering Paris, shared the following about the new scene. What makes Le Pays de Contes so unique is that the attraction's main character is its miniaturized storybook architecture. Carl's flying house in Up is an icon from this story, so strong that we felt it would be fitting as a finale to the attraction. You can watch our point of view video of the attraction right here on the channel if you want to relive what it was. Many of you have probably heard this before, but so the original ending of this, they wanted an American fairy tale to round it out. It is an American park in Paris. And so The Wizard of Oz was a great American fairy tale. And so Disney had Return to Oz, that film, and so they built the Emerald City as it appeared in that film. And for music, they decided to use what was back in the day when the movie came out, the Main Street Electrical Parade got a special ending. They added a whole section of the parade to promote this film. And there was a soundtrack made for that float and that unit. That's what played there. And so for me, what was so special the first trip, I didn't even know about this. So the Emerald City comes up and I hear Electrical Parade with that Oz soundtrack, and I just thought that was the coolest, weirdest thing. And I loved it so much. So it makes me very sad, the passage of time. We've lost another kooky, weird Disney parks thing to time. I'm really heartbroken about this. I will miss it dearly. But Up, it's an American fairy tale. So at least in vision, they are staying true to the attraction. So I applaud Imagineers on that. And I knew, it was inevitable that we would lose Return to Oz. So I'm very sad, but I'm glad I got to say goodbye. And I'm glad my parents got to see it when I took them for the first time last year. I'm glad they got to see the weirdness with me. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, and there were a lot because we are several days behind, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support this show and the entire team behind it by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.